story mission is the goal. Technically, with the encoder thing, that could cause an issue of audio when the VOD is made, potentially. Thing is, like, I don't plan to stream too long today, because there's some nitty-gritty things I want to do in Dune, which I feel like wouldn't be too fun to watch for a stream, let alone VOD or something. The other thing is, like, I kind of want, like, this to be, I don't know, like, kind of a test with the new settings I've used for the stream settings. Cause, like, Dune is one of the most intensive games I play on my computer, so I am a little bit curious about, like, how this stream will look with it being, like, under pressure.
Visitors! It's not every day we get visitors here. Especially because knowledge of this location is a closely guarded secret. So first your names, and then the name of the traitor who told you about this place. Please. Speak quickly. Your lives depend on it.
Stone is heavy and the sand is
What
weak.
is this gibberish? Are you a fool to risk your life like this? Ilara, my faithless daughter, Imperium whore, she dares send you to me? You are unprotected, unproven, and unwelcome.
There's distress, yeah. Offer no data. I must conclude that any action against us now is based on speculation rather than a figure.
Yes. In fact, I am speculating right now how well you would analyze data with your head shoved up your ass. You wander where you do not belong. Trespassing on free trader territory is punishable by death. My man could...
I suspect you haven't thought this through, smuggler. My companion might be thin-blooded, but I am the scion of a great house. Killing me would be imprudent.
Noble blood is the same as peon blood down here. It's all water in the end, Your Highness.
Well, under the Great Convention,
The Great Convention is for people who can afford to follow the rules. We are the free traders. We don't care for anything except profit and entertainment. Bring them.
Doing that, like, third days me, bro. I would say they took my armor, but they seem to not have. I feel like it's about to be like a pit fight. Which I hope that's not the case. But then again, I know,
not very friendly, are they? And now we're to be hunted for sport.
well, I got to this apparently the same as like a
It's a
testing
good thing
station,
you're
like
here,
a big
my
testing station.
degenerate friend. I sense quite a bit of killing in our future.
Like, I feel like my character looks like someone who would kill. Also, because I stopped the kick side of the stream, technically I only have to worry about the Twitch side. Probably be best use shield. Yeah, I didn't think so. I was thinking like, oh, maybe there's like a side path I can just like use to grab loot. Also, I did clear my infantry. That's at least one good thing. If only I actually also did a little bit more of some stuff. I know I got ammo, I know I got helium, blah 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 blah. Oh, I didn't even realize the door. I'm smart. So it's basically the size of 3 different testing stations. Thanks, guy. I'm just lucky you guys are helping me, I guess. Or supposedly. I don't want that. There ain't even more to reload my gun because, like, jumps over here. Like, if I had, there's a pistol, right, I had, where, like, I technically could just have used that a lot of my stuff. Like, a lot of my thing, I was just, like, sit on top of a wall and then just let them do the work for me. Look, then that'll give me the range I'd need half the time to do that. Well, at least my guy is helping somewhat. I don't know why, but I feel like sometimes, for some reason, my character fails, like, even when he's got stamina, like, I'm surprised, like, oh, how the hell did you fail that strike? You literally just had to hit forward. No, this isn't like the good part. Yeah, I already knew that. I just want to reload my gun and have a chance to heal. Plus, not mention, I don't think my teammate can actually die in this, so I'm pretty confident in stuff. So I'm surprised that he just doesn't have his shield, because, like, most later game enemies have a shield. Like, in some cases, knife guys don't have shields, but, like, most of the time, like, anyone that shoots, I don't know.
There is no denying your effectiveness, but do show more style. We have an audience to enthrall.
Yeah. Well, we got the next stage anyway, so I'm just gonna take the free blood. Then, yeah, I got told it's gonna be like a multi-stage, essentially like a research station is how it's supposed to be. So I'm, in my head anyway, I'm thinking like, sort of, maybe they're gonna try using every enemy type they have, like, because it's the first area. They're doing like a lot of like the baby versions of it. That sound reminds me of like Civ 5 or something. Oh god, GPU just spiked. I don't know why. I don't understand. I was like, I guess if I stand somewhere too long, it can cause issues. I guess it's in case you had a broken belt. Leap suspension belt. Like, not as good as the full suspension belt. Okay, so I guess like the idea in this is kind of like float about. Okay, so ground is really radioactive, and even being in this is bad. Okay. Ideally, checkpoint would be where I want to be. Like, I understood the ground was going to be radioactive. I wasn't expecting it to kill me on fucking touch. So I didn't understand where I was going. If I knew I was just going up, like, sorted. Question is, what do am I going down that way next? If I doubt I'm going through the fan. Like, I'm like, no, that's a window. That's a gate. I doubt I'm doing anything here because that would have came up as a thing. Am I just that regarded? I feel dumb. Like, it looks like there's something I can interact with over there. Well, I was correct in that I could interact with something there. Didn't think it'd be that straightforward there. Like, I'm gonna have to look at Inco's settings for later, but that is a later job. I need my shield on ideally. There we go, and then oh, you go. You're there apparently. Me and the guys are like, going, oh yeah, we got a target. Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be like different stages of like the same kind of like, yeah. Yeah, I had a weird time recently, right? I was basically, I was going like near the hammer. And like, I was having an enemy that like, I'm like, you look like you're a side mission like boss. Or like... There you go, got that one. Okay, like, luckily my teammate for a good point is like at least distracting them pretty well. Okay. Well, that's a flamethrower guy. I think that's another flamethrower guy. Okay, there's that. To help with that whole fire part. There you go. Grenade! There we go. Girl, me and BB were trying to do this one enemy that uses radiation, just keeps spawning people. It was goddamn annoying, the kind of content getting stunned. Because, like, for example, I got a stun item. Like, I can go like, oh, I'm gonna do that, and it's gonna stun them. Right? Cool. Like, it's epic when I get to do that. But it's like, I can't be next to them when I do that. If I do it on the floor, it's like, I don't actually understand why I don't have, like, something that stops me from getting stunned when that happens. Although I am kind of curious about if there's any achievement for, like, essentially blowing those up to kill enemies. Like, I'm not actively looking for achievements, but it's like, there is, like, if I can get a small achievement for doing something, like, I made a banner just so I can get an achievement. I tried making a thumb pad, but it didn't give me an achievement for it, which I thought was a bit weird. Oh, another radiation area. Well, I picked up that part. Question is, where do I need to go next? Which, well, so I'm soon to have enemies go like over here. So either I'm causing it to trigger something, or there are just enemies in the area. Oh well, I can see where I need to go. I assumed it was up there I need to go. I guess not. Like, I wonder to a degree, like, how much can you rush this, right? Like, could you technically speaking with this rush the whole, like, game? But like the whole, like, part of the story element bit. Like, we're at the point of poison enemies, which is mad, but like, my main problem is actually these guys, because God, I fucking hate those people shadow box me. Like that. The poison isn't even the worst part for me. It's literally just the fact that, okay, yeah, got your shield. Thank God you need to reload. Anyway. My main thing isn't even going to be you, it's going to be the knife ones. It's like, I'm here, like, in the air, like, how the fuck are you hitting me with a knife? Like, I'll let my friend over there deal with the knife guy. I'm just gonna... yeah. I like my gun. I've been trying to get a better one. There's one called like the Perforator or something like that. And I was looking up how to get it, and it's like, oh, get these gems, and then talk to your quartermaster. Talks to quartermaster, doesn't want to talk to me. I'm like, the fuck do you mean you don't want to talk to me? God. Oh god, I didn't mean to hit that button. My god. I fucking hate the shadow boxes. I'm gonna get knocked from poison. I'm not gonna have fun in that part. I don't know if that checkpoint is moving as I go. The annoying thing is going to be if my current belt breaks, because that kind of like, yeah. Oh, it just sent me out of the area. Or like, wait, did I hit player start? Or I don't know. That's the guy with me, isn't it? But yeah, so what I was trying to say before I got like a bit like mixed up in the fight there. There was like a few things that like I basically was like writing down as I was like going up to London and coming back, sort of thing. So like for example, I was talking to Frankie during one of his streams about like when it comes to Netflix and Xbox Game Pass, because like I recently cancelled Netflix, right? Cause I realized no one at my house was even using it. So I was like, well, that's just an extra 15 quid saved. Like, not needed if we're not going to use it anyway. And basically, yeah, just cancelled it. Not mention, like, I kind of hate how there's so many subscription services. And then here in the UK, we have something called a TV license, which, like, they basically charge you for consuming live subscription. Yeah. It's like, as well as like, for example, whether it comes like the TV license here, it's kind of, it's like the BBC aren't clear on what counts as like live service to them, right? Because it's like, so with YouTube, for example, they don't count it. Netflix, it depends on the show you're watching. So if you watch a show that's understandable when it's BBC, but then it's like if it's like ITV, which BBC don't own, they're like their own company. But yet, some reason, if you watch them, it's you have to pay the BBC. Or like for example, yeah, there's like depending on, also on what is like if you're like so it's confusing, right? They don't make it easy to understand. They're like, oh, these live streams you would have to pay for, but these live streams you don't have to. And then it's like none of the people that aren't connected to the BBC get any of that TV license money. It's just the BBC, and yeah, I don't like it. And they're talking about stuff like adding the TV license as a requirement to use like Netflix and Prime and other services. Like they're apparently trying to get that grouped into one thing. Like I used to have, for example, Xbox Game Pass, but I really despise the fact that if you were a PC user, it was an extra cost. I was like, wait, just because I'm on PC, why do I have to pay more than if I were on Xbox? Like I'm both of them are Microsoft like operating systems, yet some reason PC has to pay more, and then it's like on top of that you're like getting these games that are occasionally coming off of the Game Pass and coming back on, and I don't like it. I don't like it when like a game can just like disappear as my available to be played. But yeah, there's like something I wanted to ask Frank if I see him. Like on the list I did, like I literally wrote at the beginning, just like already missing Dune, and I think that was literally like day one. I wrote that down. I think it was like day one being gone. I was like wrote that one down. I don't know why. I'm not obsessed. I swear. I could quit anytime I want. Also, like while I was in London, I got to see BB, which was pretty nice. We basically just like walked around like oh, fling across and shuts the door behind me. Oh, they're nice. Cool things. I got to see BB. Like, I'm not gonna lie, wasn't expecting BB to look how like I saw him. I was kind of assuming of like where I knew he was like from Turkey, and then like yeah, I kind of wasn't assuming how it ended up, and I had a lot of fun. Walked around. I think it's mainly like Leicester Square, Mayfair, and Piccadilly. Funny thing was, okay, it's been a while since I've been to London, so like I'm trying to take them to locations, and I'm forgetting my way as I'm walking. And then it's also like stuff like we wanted to go to Japan Center, or like that was one of the ones I wanted to go to. And they had moved from their bigger location they used to have to a new location between the time since I've gone up there. And yeah, there's been like quite a bit. I also had while I was up in London, I had like this is probably the most annoying thing. I was like speaking to my dad, who like I think I haven't actually like seen him in about 3 or so years, 3-4 years maybe longer. Last time I saw him was when he came down with his partner, and oh god, if he can't like, he wouldn't stop talking about his partner. Like it was his own like. He was like talking to me so much about his partner, repeating about them, and then dragged me across to see his partner all the time. I was really close to like I think that's part of the reason why I left like slightly earlier.
Big bloody fellow, isn't he? I wonder if this makes one of us Theseus. Not that smart, though. Just stay off the horns.
It's like, when it comes to the partner, right, there's like, it's like so many different levels. Like, I guess I haven't got a health bar. So am I like leading him to charge it? Kind of like how me and him is just kind of like doing that, but I feel like there's got to be something with this. Like, I don't. No, I even like stamina to recharge anyway, and the guy seems to be distracting him. Basically, there's like different layers. It was like, for example, first day I came down to London, it was like. I left like 2 hours early for my train, because I'm the type that tends to try to get there early, or I get there late. I try not to be late if I can help it. But it's like, sorry, I'm like getting like a little bit distracted. So yeah, I basically had to eat at 9. Got the train to go up to London. Got to my dad, where I was about a 30-minute walk from my dad. As my dad like messaged me, "Oh yeah, don't worry, I've already eaten. I had a pint. I'll see you later." And I was like, "Well, actually, I've just gone up at the train station, so I was hoping to meet you somewhere." It's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess I can have another pint." It's like, well, look, I hadn't eaten since 9. I'm like, okay. I learned. So, I think you'll claim your daily coin. I don't actually know if this is how I'm supposed to kill the enemy. Oh. I think the other enemy's coming. I'm again like a bit distracted by the combat currently. That's not good. Let's hide behind this wall. I tell my guy to heal, but I forget that I don't have any more healing items. So what we do about that? Okay, well that's that one gone. Why is it not shooting me? Lordon. Ooh, Lordon. The thing is, oh, he's about to hit me. Oh, also enemies. Okay. Well, there's that one. I don't really have a chance to heal. Let's get some assistance. Let my stamina increase. Oh god, I went into a wall. Oh god. Ideally, I don't want to die here. I'm trying to like. Sorry, I'm not really good at focusing while I'm getting hit. Okay. Okay, that's down one. For a game lagging. Okay, bleed effect. What him? Sorry if I'm like not talking much. I'm trying not to die because I really don't want the game to like restart me too far away. Like if I okay, it's over here. Like this is gonna at least inflict bleed on him. It's not got his shield on, so. There you go, got him.
Back
Oh, thank you for the 30 love.
The audience would start chanting, "Head, head, head,"
Hopefully you're doing
whenever
okay.
it was time for me to claim my trophy. You look familiar, dear Asterion. That's a face only a free trader could love.
Oh, it's the face down there.
Tortured, enslaved. It wasn't enough for them to replace me. They also had to humiliate me.
Is it gonna be like 3 of us everyone now? Was that the end of it? Like, that didn't seem that long. You said it was going to be like a longer thing.
I don't know who you are, but I swear if you help me root out these faced answers, you'll have whatever you wish of me.
Okay, well, as I don't think time is of the essence, they're not moving. I'll explain more. So basically, I got to London round about 3. I told him I didn't care for his partner, and then he's like, was just talking to me more and more about them. Yeah. It was painful, and I was there for a few days, so like, it was every day, bro. You know, with the Disney Channel, you know, uh, like I literally had to do things to get away. Cause it was like, if not, the thing is like he's going to her daily, right? And I said to him like, I think it's a bit unhealthy if you're going to your partner every single day because you don't give either of you a break, and it can be a bit of a crush in the relationship if you're both like with each other all the time and then also messaging each other all the time. I think it's healthy to have a day or two where you let each other do whatever you want. Don't like. I think space is good in a relationship, right? He goes, but I 6 months ago I didn't go once, so I've already did it technically. Uh, which is, clearly like healthy, right? Healthy, like what? Yeah. The entire time, it's like she was growling at him like a dog. You had him do. Oh my god! It's like, one of the things is, for example, while I'm literally sitting across from his partner, he goes over, squeezes her tit, and starts kissing. While she goes, "Bob, no!" And but they're going like, like it was bad enough when I was at his, and he was telling me about like how I used to pleasure my mum. I'm like, I didn't need to know this. This is information I did not need to know. I did not need to know the method in which. Yeah, I know. It was fucked. He's like, the first day you used it, please. I'm like, oh my fuck. Can we like at least go somewhere else? And it's just like his response is like, oh, he's like on the like doing a fucking like Bejeweled game, or like a word game. And he's yeah, one more round, no, 2 more rounds. I'll almost finish this round too. Just yeah. Or it's like he's taken like he like would only talk about the places he's been taking her to go eat for like the last 4 years, which is like the same 2 places. And like, how many fucking times do you have pizza in the same place and have a fucking 30 hours of dialogue about it? While I'm in central London, I'm getting like my mum messaging me going like, we're out of dog food, you have to come back from central London to buy for dog food and stuff. I'm like, there's people there that have A, money, and B, is literally like closer to being able to give you like dog food and cat food. But yeah, it's like it's basically this British person's messaging his partner, stuff like that. And my dad, instead of taking that as a signal of why is he being messaging her for like literally like months upon months, like bordering a year or 2. I can't remember exactly how long he said it's been going on for. And his response to that is kind of like, yeah, if I block them from being able to contact her, it would be really good. And I was like saying to him about like how you realize, right, like if he's just messaged on Facebook, I can block him for you. Like if he's that much of an issue, I can just block his account and he can't message her. He goes, wait, so you can block the Facebook and the email and the mobile? I was like, well, how is he contacting her? And he goes, oh, Facebook. I'm like, okay, well then, if you block the Facebook account, he wouldn't be able to message her through Facebook. And then he goes, and then when do we block the phone number and email address? And I'm like, No, like, if you block the way he's contacting her, then he can't contact her. And he goes, okay, but then, like, where does Facebook and... yeah, exactly, like, he's like, again, like, so, like, when do we, block the phone number, then? Go, to, Sheila's again, and he's like, I told my dad how I wanted to do it this last minute, because when I delete a bunch of stuff off her phone, I don't want her to be, like, complaining the entire, like, time we're down there. And he's like, okay, yeah. First thing he does there is, Rob's going to block that number of that person, and then after he blocks that person and their phone number and their email, and then he's going to clean up your phone, so he's going to stop the startup apps or something from running. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. We'll call it like that is what makes sense. You got someone you've been engaged with 4 years, and you say, it's okay, I got someone here who can block the person. And then your partner's saying, no, I need someone else to look at it, and stuff like that. Like, I would count that as a red flag, personally. But then she was saying something about 72 hours. And I was, like, really confused of what she meant by 72 hours. And then when my dad, like, passed me the tablet to show me the messages, basically, first thing I do is I basically click to block the Facebook account being able to message them, and then I report them for harassment. And it was like, I did that, right? I take a picture, because when I hit the block button, it told me about how you can't block someone after you've unblocked them for 48 hours. So I'm like there going, okay, my red flags are just keep on shooting. So your partner says about how she needs someone else to block the number, but then at the same time, like, I go to block the number and it says it's already been blocked once before, and about how it needs 48 hours before it can be re-blocked. But, you know, I'm not there going, like, these just sound like red flags, right? Like, your partner's getting messages from someone, and, it's, yeah. Quickly go to this D&D place that's nearby. It's a 30-minute walk, but, like, believe me, 30 minutes away from those two was bliss. It was a nice 30-minute walk there. Then on the 30, like, I went to the D&D place, or the first one I went to, in, I think it's Bournemouth is the part of London it was in. They're apparently just setting up. They say about how they got, like, D&D campaigns that go on, and Yu-Gi-Oh competitions that go on, and they do Warhammer as well, and, you know, that they do, like, a bunch of things. They're starting back up and stuff like this. I bought some, like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards while I'm there. Like, they have some, like, boxes of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So I got one, and I actually, like, looked at it, and the guy actually sold it to me, like, on what, like, the market value is. So I was quite happy. Like, he said to me, like, what the standard, like, selling price was. I left the D&D place, and I was walking down to go meet my dad again. I thought, fuck it, I'll call Grandma. I haven't spoken to her, like, since before I left. Call my grandma, and then, like, I'm talking to my uncle and grandma. Mainly my uncle, because my grandma's a bit hard of hearing. And it's just like, he goes, oh, how are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm just coming back from a shop in Bournemouth or something. And I basically was thinking of, like, quickly dropping off some stuff at Dad's and then coming over to yours. And he goes, oh, yeah, that sounds okay. So we can expect to see you in a little bit. It's like, yeah. You'll see me in a bit. And then I always, like, telling him about how every day I try to ask my dad about going to see them. He was just constantly talking about his partner, saying how we have to go to see his partner. So, like, and I was getting told by my uncle about, like, how my dad hasn't seen them in months because of his, like, trying to see his partner. And, like, I thought it was bad enough with, like, me not seeing, like, family in, like, 48 years, depending who we're talking about, like, grandma or, like, dad. But then it's like, he literally lives down the road, up the road from them. He literally, like, only has to walk down, like, for 5 minutes to see them. Yet he apparently hasn't seen them in months. And then he knows his mum's in really poor health. And he knows his brother is in the case for recovering from stuff. But he's too busy seeing his partner every day, who he thinks might be cheating on him. But he's too busy to, like, see his partner every day to make sure she can't cheat because he's there all the time. Instead of seeing his own, like, family down the road. Yeah, I know. But that's the thing, is like, for me, I just tend to forget occasionally. Like, I forget, like, how long it's been, and like that's part of the reason why it's like such a long time with me. Or like, part of the reason when it came to Grandma particularly is I used to come up every time my sister went up. She would go at the end of the year because the school would be finished. She would take the kids. But when I started working, they tended to want me in at the end of the year to cover the amount of like busyness from Christmas and stuff. But yeah, it's like I then go to like my uncles and my grandmas, and it's like I give them like the picture frame. We have like a nice chat for like hours, and there's a case of like, although he hasn't seen them in a while, they're still worrying about him because he won't tell them if something's happened to him. Like, yeah, or for example, like he's made it so he has 2 pairs of keys, right? But he's made it so he has one indoors at all time, in a door that auto locks and you close it, and it has the other key on him. Which means, like, you know, if he gets locked out, someone steals his keys, right, he's not going to be able to get in without a locksmith. But then he's gotten this door that has like special stuff on it or whatever that's supposed to make it hard to get in. Oh god, and it's like he doesn't want anyone else to have like a spare key for his house. Like, he gave me a spare key while I was down there, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll take this to like a locksmith quickly and I'll see if I can get a key made. And then they quoted me that I need to have 3 to 5 days for the key to get made, and I was like, yeah, I don't have that time to sort of spend 3 to 5 days waiting for a key to get made. 'Cause I'm gonna have to use this on some of the days. But yeah, it's like, I think that was Sunday, and then it's like, while I was at my grandma's on Sunday, I was fixing her TV, because it's like, she apparently used to have like an outside aerial to help them watch TV, because the only thing they got for entertainment is a TV. I think when it came to like the keys, it was like, I took it to a locksmith in High Barnet, and he's the one who told me, like, it's going to take 3 to 5 days for it to get made. I can't remember exactly why. He said it's like because it's the type of key it is or whatever. I'm not sure what that means, but like, when it came to going to my grandma's, it's like I fixed her TV a little. I connected their TV up, and then I said to them, I'm going to see you on Monday. I'm going to go to Finchley, because there's somewhere I want to visit. It was another D&D shop. And then after I go to this D&D shop, I'll go get a phone and a SIM card, and I'll come back. And then my grandma was like saying to me, like, oh, like, if you want to, like, you, like, we'll pay you for the phone. I was like, no, don't. Like, I just want this as a way to contact you easier. Because, like, right now we have the issue of they've only got a landline for communication, so it becomes almost impossible to message them. Like, and also the amount of times I had to explain how the TV worked, I knew it was going to be a long process. So the thing is, like, I basically got a phone, but like that in itself has its own story. Cause, like, I went into the, when I go in, my plan was to get like a phone for my grandma, and it's like, when I was walking down the road, there's this place called Vapes and Phones, or Phones and Vapes. Oh, I just realised. They literally kicked me out of the fucking thing. By the way, while I'm in the might as well just yaff a bit more, to be honest. I was like, yes, I'm getting a phone for someone who's like illiterate for phones, like for my grandma. Have you got like any really, really cheap phones that I could put WhatsApp on? And then the guy was like, well, the cheapest ones we got here are 80 quid. And I'm like, ooh, that's a bit high. At the time, I had about 90 quid in my account. So I was a bit like, to the whole idea of 90 quid or 80 quid. And I'm like, going like, well, I was going to go to CX anyway. I'll look there. I'd go to look for the bus stop to get to CX, but I can't find the bus stop. But then I look across the road and there's a cash converters, which is like CX, a place you turn in stuff like phones and stuff, and then they give you like a portion of its value and they resell it. I see one phone that's £39. I'm like, I was aiming for 20 quid, but 39's not the end of the world. Get one that's 39. I have another I asked the guy who's selling me the phone if he could put in the SIM card, and it's like I had a customer that was there that tried helping put in the SIM card, and five staff members trying to put the SIM card in this one phone, and it's like no one's working out how to do it. I just like in the corner just Google like, okay, I got this phone, how do I put in the memory card, like the SIM, and like I literally like I'm googling it as they're like trying to work it out. They all give up on trying to put it in and saying that they're worried about damaging it. I basically pull out the tab, I follow the instructions that I googled, and then after I got the SIM in the phone, the guy who sold me the phone goes to turn off the phone and turn it back on to see if he can get the SIM card to like pick up, because the SIM card's finally in it. In which the phone then just does not turn on. It had 25% battery when he turned it off. The phone wouldn't charge, and it was like, oh, well, that phone's no longer working. Yeah, I've already just paid for this phone, and it was the cheapest one they apparently had in store. And then like after the phone basically died in his hand, trying to this is like the guy who started to turns it off and it stops working, right? He hands over to his boss and goes, yeah, I turned off the phone and it stopped working. And then after he hands it to his the guy doing the gold, or like sorting out customers of gold, he then like starts talking to me while we're waiting for them to see if the phone will charge or power on and that all. And it's like the guy's like kind of like telling me stuff like about his father passing away, tells me about how he had someone from God, I'm struggling the name of the state, Ohio, apparently hitting on him, sending him money, how he met his girlfriend, about his first kid, like, yeah, and it's just like, well, it had 25 charged when they turned it off, and then it's like, after about a solid like 45 minutes, the guy dealing with two other customers, basically the guy finally comes out with the phone I just bought and was like, yeah, it's buggered, give him a replacement and charge him the difference, which I'm like, okay. Oh, believe me, I was freaking out, but like, I didn't even have the phone or anything, like I had just paid out for it, so I was like, I don't really want to piss them off in case they just tell me to get out of the store or something. So I'm like there, like just waiting for the waffling to end, and to like when the guy comes and goes, okay, we'll get him a different phone, charge him the difference, or see if he just wants a refund. I thought I'll get the next phone up. It's like a £10 more. Fine, fuck it. So then it's like I'm waiting because as he's going to help me with this, another customer comes in and starts talking to him about like an iPhone. So he said, "Oh, sorry, but I'll be with you in just 2 secs. Want to have a look for any phones that you like?" And I already have like the one I want because it's only £10 more. So like, yeah, he basically gives me the phone. I'm waiting for like him to do the payment thing to switch it around, right? And it's like he's waiting for this guy who does the gold to come back to actually do the transaction. Even though that same guy told him to do it. My 2 months. Well, that's the thing is, like, it was an old phone, but like, because these people have never like dealt with old phones, they've always just like sold them and like let people walk off with them, not actually trying to solve it themselves. So what? Because I asked them to like put in before I left the store, because I didn't want to like do something wrong and then it fucks up when I get to my grandma's when I'm trying to work out how to fix it. But like I planned to meet my dad a few hours from like when I first came in the store. So the thing is, like, I was in the store for probably about 2 hours, waiting for this to go through, right? It was like annoying would be like an understatement. It's just like, while I'm like trying to deal with him, right? It's just like he's waiting for this other person to come to do the transaction to switch the phones over, and then he ends up having this other lady who's apparently been in the building the entire time that he could have asked to come out and do it, and then she finally comes out because she needs to do something by the tills and goes, why are you still taking so long? And then he goes, I need to do like a switch and he needs to pay the difference, and like basically eventually this lady comes out like after ages, like literally hearing the guy's life story. Like from before he met his partner to his first kid, literally like that time frame. But yeah, it's just like after she finally does the transaction, he almost forgot to give me it's like, because the things he hands me like a new SIM card. He's like, "Oh, you probably want this," but I was a bit concerned because the other SIM card I had was in the phone that he was taking away. So I was like, wait, I need a SIM card for this. But yeah, it basically put the SIM card in, and then it was like after 2 hours of just chatting with this one guy. Oh my god, Express Mobile. I think the one we had, it was like a Sony something Y or Sony Y something. It's like after I get, well, it's like before I leave, we were trying to work out how to actually activate the SIM, because I've never really had to activate it as pay-as-you-go, because I normally just pay monthly. I realised I had to put money on it, which I was like, I'll just do that when I get to my dad's. So it's like, I leave there, call my dad, he's telling me about his partner again, and I'm like, yeah, cool. Anyway, so what time am I meeting you again? And he goes, oh, around 6, 7. And the amount of times he said 6, 7, and my brain was going like 6, 7, but I knew like he wouldn't understand me at all. The amount of times I wanted to say it is, and like my dad, and then like made a WhatsApp group. Cause I was getting prepared, because I need to like one of the things I needed to do is basically go over exactly how to do it, because they're so bad that they need to write down every step, like for example, move the lock screen up. They made that a 3-step process of like, how do I unlock the phone? But it's like, yeah, by the time I got to my like grandma's and that, I showed them how to, oh please don't make me have to do the whole mission again. Before I find out if I have to do the whole mission again, I'm gonna quickly heads up, brace that into it. I'm gonna quickly get myself some more health kits because I feel like I'm gonna want health kits. Like, 'cause one of the things I was getting told from like Warren Ham about, like, if my dad's annoying me or something, just leave. But it's one of those things of, I want to spend time with my dad, but like my dad, on the other hand, just wants to spend time with his partner. And then it's like the partner and him, I don't understand, like, what there is to really, like, yeah. But it's like, other than that, it was like, when I actually, like, left London, I basically, so went to my dad, I was like, okay, Dad, I'm gonna head off now, I'm gonna go soon enough to where I can get some breakfast or something before I leave. And yeah, sure. And then I ended up having, like, I think it's like the last sort of bit to me was talking to me about how next time I come up, I can see Sheila some more. And I'm like, I had with my, cause I was telling my grandma about how, cause there was one time when I was going to go to Rochester University, instead of just doing the 2 additional things from like my course in Salisbury. So things like, I was gonna have to be going to Rochester, which is in Kent. London is right by Kent, so I'm like, they're going like, hey Dad, I'll move in with you for at least the 3 years, hopefully get a job at the same time, I can help pay towards rent and stuff, and hopefully that will be pretty good. And his response is, oh, I'm not too sure. And then I say this to like my grandma. My grandma is like, there is sometimes I could just kill him. And I'm like, oh, agreed, same. Because basically she said about how she missed not getting to see us as much, especially like when we originally like moved away. Cause like I was 2 years old when we like moved. There was like some issues with like the council apparently threatening to take me and my sisters away, so my mum apparently moved like away to her dad's to prevent that or something. And yeah, but it's just like, when it comes to like that, grandma like said to me that she was not happy when she found out about that. I'm like, well, yeah, because like at the time I thought it would be easier to sort of go to Rochester via London than Salisbury, because it's like same sort of trains, but like there's a lot more public like there's more like, yeah, better like transport options in London than there is outside of London, being a major city. But that was like one time as well. It also didn't help though, is like, cause I even like every time I go up to see my dad, the thing that kind of annoys me the most, or even if I try to call my dad out of like, if I'm not actually going up to London, I'm just calling him to see how he's doing or something, he only talks to me normally about my sisters. So it's like, for example, while I was up there on it would have been the Thursday, while speaking to me from 4 p.m. to like 12, it's like, there was one part where like I think we were 5 hours or something into talking, and he was like saying to me about like how if it was my sisters up here, he would speak for a lot longer and be able to talk more. I'm like, we're already 5 hours into a conversation. How much longer would you fucking make them suffer through this? But like on top of that as well, it's just like the fact on like I'm physically there, and instead of being concerned or anything, or like asking me about how I'm doing or anything like that, or how's everything's going, he's like asking me about my sisters. And it's like, then when I've asked like my eldest sister, like when she gets calls from him, like, hey, yeah, do you mention anything about me? Oh no, didn't say anything about you. Like the thing is, he really doesn't like, outside of me kind of like yeah. For example, there was one time I called my dad, and it was like, I was in a figure where I literally just called him to be like, yeah, I just got off work, just thought I'd call, see how you're doing, stuff like that. He's like, oh, sorry, Rob, I'm actually about to have dinner, like, I'll have to speak to you later. Oh, okay, I guess I'll just call Laura then. And then he head, like, you could, like, feel it in the phone call, like, his head flips. Oh, Laura, oh, look, tell me more about what's going on with her. And I'm like, they're going like, oh, thanks, Dad. Like, you know, I did, you know, call you to ask how you're doing, tell you updates about me and stuff, but yeah, fuck it. No, fuck it. Let's talk about my sisters. Like, that is, like, on repeat what it's like with my dad, like, every time I see him. And I'm, like, starting to think that's part of the reason why I don't contact him that much. Because, like,